bit of an end of August roundup. It's not going to be a long video, I don't think. August is quite similar in what we do to July. Lots and lots of watering. Well, at least this year it's been a lot of watering in the first half, but the second half the heavens did it for us. So, which was actually quite handy. But we've been dodging the raindrops and picking and looking after everything, especially the polytunnel. The polytunnel's been being kept watered. The water butts have been fantastic this year, so let's go for a little wander. We've had an absolute mountain of dahlias keeping the vases full all through summer, which has been lovely, and the bees happy. The courgettes are still producing. There's a couple over the other side that have gone now. They weren't happy. We've got a couple of beds over there that are just not doing brilliantly, but these ones here and these two butts, it's because I can see the water butt. These two beds here have been fantastic for courgettes. The sunflowers this year have been amazing. We've had a couple of years where they've not done very well, but we've had lots on there. The little short sort of orangey ones and the big tall proper sunflowers. We go this way a little bit. The parsnips are coming up, and chard, I always say that, chard. The runner beans are done. We'll probably keep a few pods back so that we've got some seeds for next year, but we're going to pull them out and they'll make fantastic compost. They just start getting a little bit woody this time of year and they're not very nice. You end up with that sort of razor blade skins on them. Then this is a new little addition. We've planted up in a pot to make it nice and easy, just a few potatoes ready for Christmas, and you can just see there, we've earthed these up a few times, but they're just starting to pop through again, so we need to put a little bit of straw or something over the top of them. We've had to put some grates on it because the foxes keep digging in it. One little pumpkin, we've had two off of this. One of them's at home. Oh, you can see the hat. It's that time of year, the hat's back. But we've still got one to go, so we're waiting for him to, we think he's finished his size now. We're just waiting for him to go orange, so we'll have had 3 really good pumpkins this year. Mum planted some, they're meant to be dwarf beans, but they seem to be running amok up the canes as it is. We've got some dwarf beans there and some flowers, so we're starting to produce. These tomatoes have been absolutely brilliant, these gigant somethings. They sometimes they don't go ripe on the plant, but you take them home, stick them in the fridge, and they're amazing. They're not very seedy, they're just really fleshy. So we're really pleased with them. We're doing them again next year. I'll come around this way. I'm putting in an arch here today, so I might just do another little mini video later for this, my little Diplodocus blackberry. We're putting a little arch in for him, so he's got something to grow over. A little bit shady on this side this morning. These raspberries, I don't know if you can see, I'm getting a little bit closer. We have had pounds and pounds of raspberries. It's been absolutely amazing. So we're definitely keeping this bed as our raspberry bed going forward. Got some little fake lilies on the trough because the bees love going in there to drink, and they were going in and not being able to get out. So we now see them landed on the little lily pads having a drink. That's worked quite nicely. And I come over this way. This is the bed where we've been pulling out the courgettes. There's something a bit weird about these beds. They get plenty of sun. Doesn't seem like it right now, but they do get plenty of sun. They're just not happy. We're not sure why. So we might leave both of these fallow next year, or actually move some of the raspberries into it, because we've got some. I just move a little bit. There's some raspberries that have sprouted up in this bed, and we don't want them in there. We're leaving them this year because we can just eat the fruit, but we don't really want them in there. We're trying to keep them out of that. They're spreading from that one, but we might move these into these 2 beds. Raspberries seem to grow and do what they want everywhere, so we've got them in the wildflower bed there as well next to the pond, so we might pull those out as well, because nothing else wants to, it grows but it doesn't thrive in these 2 beds, so might be one of the things that we do in the next couple of months. Go back this way. Around we go. Oh, sun's glaring a little bit. Got a bit of flag on there. The marrows have been amazing. I'll try and stick in a couple of pictures if I've got some pictures of the marrows. And our wild sweet pea came back. If I turn round out of the sun. This is beautiful, this thing. It didn't grow last year. It took over most of the bed the year before, but it's come back, which is absolutely amazing. We're going to be repotting up these blueberries soon. I've got to buy a few new pots for them. They need some new soil. They've had that iron stuff that we put in them, but they're still a little bit yellow, and they're going red now because it's that time of year, but they do need some new soil. They've been in those pots for a couple of years now, so we do need to change that up with some nice new ericaceous. So a little nosy in the polytunnel. Just kick that out of the way. You can look at the red currant bushes for a second. So in here we've pulled out some of the cucumbers, but we've had good cucumbers. We've had a mountain of gherkins again, and actually this year lots and lots of little mini aubergines, baby aubergines should I say. They've been really nice. Oh, there's one on there now, you can see. Little, can you see that? I can't tell because there's one here. But we've had a lot of them. There's some more down there actually. There's a couple here as well. We've had quite a few of them. Ignore the chaos down that end, it makes sense to us. And the chilies are doing well. Oh, another cucumber. The chilies, you can see, they're a little bit late this year, but we've definitely got plenty of chilies that I can dry and make my little chili flakes with and put in our pickled onions, which we have got plenty of jars of pickled onions and lots of jam that Mum's been making. I've got to do some soon so that I can get all my jars filled up ready for winter. They last us quite a long while. The amount of fruit that we've produced this year, it should even be better, but we're normally still eating it come summer and when we start picking again. So it's a good one to do, the jam, because you can just sort of chuck it all in together, blackberries, raspberries, currants, whatever you've got, and just boil up some jam. But yeah, so it's a fantastic morning. I'm just waiting for the oldies to arrive so that we can get on with this arch, and then I might do another little update in a minute and just slot it straight in after this. Oh, I'm just about to fall over a raised bed, so let me just do this. Look at that sky. There's not a soul up here. It's just me and the foxes. But it's fantastic. Oh, we can see the moon. Can you see the moon? I can anyway. But yeah, absolutely stunning. It's one of my favourite times of year, and to have this weather is perfect for a Friday, and it's Mum's birthday. So I should be giving her the bumps shortly, which I'm sure she'll be really pleased about. Right, back soon. As promised, the arch is done. It's a little bit on the wonky side, but it does look like a proper dippy now. Little body and his head going over the top. We didn't think it was going to go across the path, but it's actually worked out. Let me zoom out a bit. It's actually worked out quite well. We're getting together and packing up it now. Yeah, little dippy. Quite like him. And we've got the raspberries over this side, which we can have some grow up there a bit, because they will do that. Not right over, but pleased with that. That's in. And then just a quick pan round. A lot of this is coming out next week. So the one that I do at the end of September will be quite bare. But there'll be beds covered up and loads of manure going down, so it's quite a nice time of year. Getting it all ready. We've already started talking about what we're putting where next year. Changed our mind about what we're doing in these beds, because these two little beds over here are a bit rubbish. We're gonna plant some sacrificial broad beans in here, see if we can get some nitrates in it, and we're gonna do a massive load of peas in these two beds, which we'll forget and we'll do something else, but at the moment that's the plan. Dad's asleep. There's my Mum and Dad having a kip while I'm doing the filming. He's going to really like that. He'll be well chuffed. But still lovely. We had a little downpour a minute ago and started clearing up, and then the sun's back. So here we go. Around a bit. And that's where we are. I'll see you in a few weeks.